Greetings. Hello, and welcome to Roll to One, the network in which we play all kinds of games, VR, video games, and tabletop RPGs such as 5th edition Dungeons & Dragons. I'm your host, Jaden Arnold, and we're playing a game called Crow's Curtain Call, a little thing that we're remastering our little version of the Curse of Strahd Ravenloft setting, and I'm ready to start playing. My friends are ready to start playing, so without further ado, let's get ready for tonight's episode of Crow's Curtain Call. The party rested finally, waking to find Soldar and Yevgeny, the two wolf hunters. They were paid partially in advance to help transport the Bellevue Orchestra. The Wachter brothers also introduced themselves, two twins and sons of the mysterious and dangerous Lady Fiona Wachter. The party then headed to the burgomaster's mansion and received audience with Baron Valakovich. There, he told them that he would send a dozen men with them, provided they got permission from Lady Wachter and Isek, his right hand and captain of the guard. The Baron also added that his son would be thrilled to have the orchestra, in which Thomas latched on to immediately, seeming to sympathize to his depressive plight. Thomas went to the attic and triggered a trap and fought his undead cats. Other two arrived to his aid after discovering a strange devil summoning book, and then in which they found out it is gifted by Lady Fiona Wachter. The party resolved the conflict and now attempts to speak with Victor, the Baron's son and powerful spellcaster. There you stand in front before him. You also now hear a few footsteps coming from downstairs. It sounds like armored boots, as people are become very aware of the battle that has just ensued. All right, what would you guys like to do?
All right.
I'd like to walk up to him.
Victor.
Shiv walks up to him.
Shiv can't get through our spaces.
It's not when we're in the imagination sphere. We can do whatever we want.
Hey,
There's no rules.
this is our safe space.
Shiv, wait.
Nope.
Okay, what do you do?
Cast Cure Wounds
Ooh.
Interesting.
Okay.
on the kid.
He's probably 15. Hair flip. It's like Zane's hair.
10 health.
All right. He's back to full.
Perfect. Does he look back to full?
He looks equally gaunt and like he hasn't eaten in a while.
Is there a ballista broken off in his shoulder still?
Oh yeah, let's just explain a little bit about how that probably looked. So you cast this spell and it was just like this holy energy. And as you casted this like holy cure wounds, right? You see his like the ballista bolt like kind of like exit his chest and like
I'll grab it as it goes.
and like it just kind of pulls, and then as it goes, Shiv finally like holds it in his hand, and you see the wound close. But as you see the wound close, it stays scarred. Because in the way that I have interpreted cure wounds is that it still leaves a scar. You're fine, but you still like the effects of battle is still there. And
Good
as
for me.
you see the hole in his shirt,
Tuck that bolt away.
and he like goes, "Thanks, bro."
Go back
Victor.
I'll go back to reading his book.
How about giving some of that over here, man? I've got a firebolt to the back of my head.
You'll be fine.
Sorry about that.
Victor,
Yeah.
let's talk in your room. There are people coming, and I know you like your privacy, obviously.
Oh, yeah, no, sure, for sure. And so you guys walk in the room, and he casts a glyph of warding on the door, and then closes the door.
Hey, man. What's up?
He's Spider-Man.
What's going on, Victor?
I know you don't like mean that in the way that I think you mean that.
I do.
Oh, you do?
I do.
I mean, that was not Jaden. That was.
I know.
Okay, cool.
It sounded like it, but I figured it wasn't Jaden.
Yeah, like I don't know. My dad's just kind of like I feel like he's a little too happy, you know. Like I don't know. Like my friend Charlie, like he was in like the stocks, you know, just for like being upset.
Yeah.
Like he got dumped. Like what?
Hey, can I tell you like a
Like,
secret?
you can't not smile.
Can I tell you a secret right now?
Yeah, what's up?
The smiling shit is
You're talking to a 15-year-old kid, so that makes sense.
The smiling stuff is kind of bogus all the time.
You can say it. It's bullshit.
I don't think that whatever. No. I'm hurt physically by what you
And
did.
emotionally.
Oh no, that's my cats. Cats will be cats. Like it's not my fault.
You know what? You're right. I think that you should.
And emotionally.
You know what? I think you're not in the wrong. I think that you should not hurt people.
No, that was totally like you guys like invaded my space. Like
I know, but then you shot a firebolt at my friend.
Hello, open up the door.
Thomas just like nods. Yeah. I do it again before I get back.
What the heck? And he's like, it's probably just Esek. It's like the 5th time he's tried that. And then he opens the door, and it's Esek, the Vin Diesel looking guy with a big arm. And he's like, you're going to open the door! And he's like, 6 seconds. 6 seconds. And he does the thing. Actually, Glyph of Warding, I think, takes a minute. I'm not sure.
Hey, Victor, where does this circle go?
I don't know.
What do you mean? You drew it.
Yeah, I've been... Actually, I don't have... He doesn't have Glyph of Warding, but evidently he can cast it, so hold on. That's a really... Wow, good job, Dungeons & Dragons writers. I just was like...
Just give him Glyph of Warding.
Probably it's like in... He has that spell now.
Does.
Casting time is an hour, so he's just like... Can you... You look strong. So do you. Can you move that bookshelf, like, in front of the door?
Sure.
So you do. I'm not going to make you roll with anything. You do.
One hit. I'm still reading one of those books. What book am I reading again?
Oh, you're reading the alchemical symbol, like in meaning and origins.
Certainly.
What are you trying to just get away?
Oh well, like okay, so
Hey, I'm not with your dad.
no,
I'm not. Hey, me and you. I've
make a
been
persuasion check, because he's definitely panicking, because he's sex outside.
19.
Yep, it's good enough for me. He's 15. And he's like, okay, well, I've been sending in some staff members, and they're going through it. I think
Why?
What do you mean?
Going through what?
the circle.
You've been sending.
That sound is coming from that circle, which means I don't think it's working, but I think it's working.
Can I inspect it?
Go ahead and make an Arcana check.
Natural 20.
Okay.
21.
Plus.
His circle is horribly flawed and potentially very deadly.
Okay.
Look, I mean, I've sent 4 people through it, so like they're fine. Cause like,
Do you know?
well, I mean, no, but like they're not here.
Yeah.
There's no like, they're not like,
Yeah,
they're
if
not
you're-
like a pile of ash or anything.
if
So like,
this is teleporting them somewhere, you don't know what happens where they land.
Why are we teleporting people again?
Yeah, and why is this man trying to
Can I
break
try
into
to,
your room?
Can I try to like erase the circle?
um,
Will you help me, Victor? I don't think it's safe. I really don't think it's safe.
well, I mean,
Look, and I'll
look here, and he opens his spell book, and there's like a bunch of sigils, circles, and like spell spaces, and he's like, look, there's like 3 other spell circles, right? And this is the one that I was trying to link it to, which is why I drew this symbol like this. And so, like,
Do I see where he went wrong?
with the nat 20 Arcana, you're still not a wizard. You don't have access to this spell. So
Makes it harder.
you're not naturally inclined to understand what this is. So your Arcana would suggest that he's either not drawn the sigil accurately, or something is resisting that, or there's just something off about it. You are able to determine.
I can learn teleportation.
You can? Okay, well then never mind. I would say that you just don't have the knowledge yet, but you're able to understand that this can be fixed.
Okay. Do I see? I don't understand the book well enough to see. Like, I can't hold them next to each other and see what's wrong.
No, you can see what's wrong. I think now that I know that you can cast that kind of spell, is that sure? Yeah.
Okay, and I'll point it out to him, this specific spaces, and I'll be like, now carefully, let's figure out a way to redraw some of this. And I'll point out like this is backwards, this you have this upside down. I get being sad. I think that
I'm just trying to leave, you know?
yeah, no, I'm and I don't want to keep you here. I want to make sure that you don't die if you leave, right? I want to make sure that if you go through this, you aren't. Your arm isn't your leg, and your head isn't coming out of your belly button.
I mean, I didn't know that was possible, but like,
Well, when you teleport
why are you
somewhere,
staring at me like that? Look, what?
Okay. First of all, you've got some questions. I've got some questions that I'd like to be answered. Why did you attack us? What did I do to deserve a firebolt to the back of the head? I hadn't even stepped foot in your stupid room. And secondly, why is Mr. Happy trying to break down your door?
I thought you were working for him.
Wait, well, clearly not.
Well, I mean, now I know. Look at him.
So why
He's
is
an
he?
alligator.
So why is he after you?
Quietly.
Why
reading
would
a
you
book.
be? Why would you be afraid of him coming after you?
Well, cause like,
Isn't your father the burgomaster?
yeah.
So why? What are you at odds with the town happy person?
I mean, rules are rules. All has to be well, and I have to lead the best example.
says who?
Says Dad.
How long has he been saying this?
Well, I mean, ever since he had a conversation with Lucian, he came over, and he showed him the play, and he's like, "Oh, will be well." It's like part of the show, and so now he's just like latched onto it, and now Mom's saying it too, and so
Are you aware of the playbook that they're reading downstairs?
I'm not sure what you mean.
I hold up Pride and Prejudice and Devils.
I mean, that's just a book. That's not the play that they're doing.
Okay, are you aware of what the literature that your mother's book club is having downstairs?
That looks like a teleportation circle. The
Oh,
pentagram.
Right. And I'm like, oh yeah, you know what for?
No, not really.
Summoning the devil.
Teleport you
So-
straight
Why would they want to bring the vampire here?
Yeah.
What do you mean?
Wait, did you say vampire?
That's the devil, right?
I thought the devil was like red with like horns and like a red trident thing.
I know what you mean.
What devil do you think exists?
Well, yeah, so it's like this really pale guy with like black hair, and he's got fangs. And then he'll sneak under your bed, and then he'll like bite you if you're not like a
Like
good.
me?
Yeah, like you're not a good person, you know.
Yeah, that checks out.
Yeah.
So you have to be happy, or he'll get you.
Has he gotten you while you're unhappy right now?
Well, that's why I'm up here.
Has he gotten you?
Wait.
Well, I trained myself to be like a powerful
Well,
like, sorcerer.
how-
So
how-
Have you seen him gotten anyone in the town? Or is it just fairy tales and folklore?
well, I told people that they could like escape, right? I was like, I got the teleportation circle. You can leave, and they were like, "Oh, I'd love to leave." And I was like, "My dad must suck. Of course he does." And so I was like, "We can get you out." And so I sent them through the portal, and a flash of purple light. They're gone. Bam, nailed it.
Bam. And you have no idea where they went or what their state was when they left.
No
Nailed
clue.
And this
it.
is obviously wrong.
I mean, I feel like it's
Nailed
working,
it.
so I'm not sure.
Well, here's the right way, and I'll show them the
That's
book.
a way.
That's
You see what I'm saying?
are any of the ways
What a
that,
15-year-old.
are any of the ways written in this book the same as your way?
I know. What if I got my own way now?
So you wouldn't go take a path you,
wanna
didn't
go
know
through?
where it
You wanna
led,
go through
would
right
you?
now?
Huh?
You wouldn't take a path if you don't know where it leads, do you? Especially out in the woods at night?
I mean, what about like taking risks, like, you know?
Yeah, but what if
Yeah.
that path goes off a cliff and you're walking blindfolded? Because that's what this is, right?
I feel like this is like super specific to like this one moment. That thing just keeps making noises.
Here, is there Thomas have any information on how to just erase or get
You
rid
could
of?
dispel magic.
I don't have that spell.
You might piss him off.
Do I have that? I don't give a shit.
Look, if you want to redraw it, fine. We
Will
can
it help me?
we can redraw
I
it.
think look, this is really cool,
Sure.
right? I think that you are better at this than me. I read books. I've read a lot of books, and to be able to do the things I know how to do.
Okay, sure. What do you do? What's your thing?
Survive these two.
Sounds like my parents.
Just let him do his redrawing thing, or otherwise I'll be on you all day.
I hear that. All right. And he waves his hands,
I will cast.
grabs a wand, dispels magic.
I will, as we're about to do this, cast Enhance Ability Fox's Cunning on him.
What does that do?
Advantage on intelligence checks.
Okay.
Still dispels magic.
So
No,
he
after he dispels magic, like right before he draws it.
he says,
And I want to give him the help action to draw.
all right, so he will
Don't be such an idiot, kid.
he will cast a spell he doesn't know. There we go. So he sits there for a minute drawing this thing, getting all the details right. And then I had advantage. Let's see his intelligence here. $22. So he draws it. It's exactly like it is in the book. And it goes like lights up like an aurora almost off of the ground in a purple energy. And he goes, "Oh no, they did write it in. Here's all the spells he has. There it is. That's thanks. I apologize, Wizards of the Coast. Why did they write it? Because I'm a bad DM. That's what that was. All right, no, we're good. The Glyph of Wording's there. Look at that. All right, cool. So he goes, well, that should work.
You want to go through?
I mean, I don't want to be here.
Let's go.
After you.
All right.
Are we going through this now?
He walks in, and then you see I like the imagery of like, you know, like, have you seen like Harry Potter when like they fold in and like they just like kind of twirl in on themselves? Imagine that, like just like it spins like a toilet bowl, and then a little flash of light, and then it's like it's purple light, and then he's gone.
All right. So are we following this kid, or are we getting the hell out of here?
Well, so here's the thing. If we go downstairs and he's not here, we're screwed.
Why did you tell him to go in again?
Well, he wanted, I mean, like, he wanted to get away, and I didn't want to, like, hurt him, and I think that, however,
Something's going on
you
here
two,
too.
you know what? He's not here, and he's safe by his doing. We can go wherever. I don't need to go through this thing. We're where we want to be.
What are we gonna go through, Mr. Happy or the window?
We got it, Mr. Happy.
I don't think he's gonna be very understanding.
You hear this like very bad scream coming from the teleportation circle, and then just a pile of flesh and explosive just hits the ground, and there's his clothing color that remains.
All right, the window it is.
Yep,
Duncan busts out the
He
window.
got sent back, and it didn't look good.
Duncan,
Oh yeah, he's also like on fire. That's a thing.
but he's dead.
He's not alive.
He's very dead.
Very not alive.
All right, we bust out the window.
Well, first,
What?
hold
Rolling
on.
100.
I
We're low.
didn't have to.
First of all,
Teleportation does not work here.
loot the body.
I remember. All right, out the window we go. Thomas
First of
will
all-
kick it open and jump.
Loot the body, loot the room.
Very video game.
Okay.
I'll
yep.
help.
There is a
Anything left on that
have-
body?
Hey, can I have that book of teleportation? Oh, I don't need it.
you want his spell book?
Yeah.
Okay, you have Victor Volakovich's spell book.
That's not incriminating.
It's a tome the size of like a very old Bible. It's a very like large book. And then what did you
Anything else of value in this room?
Yeah, of course. You know he's got some stuff on him.
I've been investigating since during the combat.
Yeah, there's not a whole lot of stuff going on other than on his person. He has a robe that seems to be very special. It did not break,
Wow.
provided
What's his
that
last
process. What?
What's his last name?
Volakovich?
Velakovich.
Vlakovich. Oh, like Velaki.
Yeah. I'll take that robe if it's still alive.
It
after
seems,
being
yeah, it seems
through
like, and then also he's got a wand.
Sure.
So you have
That
those
too.
things, and then everything else he's just got clothes and they're shreds.
Sure. I'll take the things that survived.
Yeah, basically you see like an eyeball roll out of the circle. You know,
Well-
you see like stuff like that.
Hey, gentlemen,
That's
thank you
not
for not listening to me. Let's get out of this house.
Done.
All right, and can I see if the window opens first? All right. Are we gonna break our legs if we jump out?
You could roll.
30 foot fall.
You could roll.
Okay. Well,
Probably 30 foot. Yeah.
do we need to do athletics?
Can I climb down?
I mean, you could try. I mean, I would say if you want to try to like, you can survive in a number of different ways. You could brute force and roll out of it. You could try to aim for something softer, like a bush, or you could try to like hold the wall and just try to grab as hard as you can and climb down.
Is it scalable?
Actually-
ish?
It's plaster.
I figure we should probably not be noticed leaving because we could still keep our hands clean. The boy was playing around with magic. Put that tome back.
Let me in.
Yeah.
And
I'll put the book back.
we
and I'll
were
open
not. We were never here. He barricaded himself
Yeah,
in, and he
yeah.
played around with magic when he shouldn't.
No,
have.
let's go. And I'll open the door. Oh my gosh. No.
You can't. I mean, make an athletics check to move the thing. He's massive. You're not.
5, 8.
You can't do it.
And Duncan's like, no, we leave. We were never here.
How do we leave?
The fucking window.
All right, jump, Duncan. Jump, Duncan.
Climb down, all right?
You have a rope, don't you?
I have a rope.
Oh, go!
So I tie the rope.
Thomas goes.
Yeah, you tie the rope to the desk, sure, or something. What are you tying it to?
Something.
You have the room in front of you. What are you tied to?
Tie it to the bookshelf that you put in front of the door.
That would pull.
Is
Well, don't worry. I'll just move the bookshelf.
Great.
don't.
Well, the bookshelf's moved.
Too late.
I love that that thing's making noise still.
All right. Well, I tie it to a ceiling rafter post.
Oh, you're 6'7". So
Yeah, you can, sure.
So
Thomas grabs up and slides down.
You do. Hit the ground. You're good.
Shiv, you're next.
Why?
Cause I gotta get the rope on my way down.
Whatever. We go down the rope.
All right. I stand on the ledge of the windowsill, and I reach up, and I try to snip the rope as high as I can, and aim for the bushes.
Make an athletics check.
All right.
Brace yourself when you hit the ground.
Tuck and roll.
Oh, that's pretty good. That's pretty good.
All right.
So that's plus what?
6.
Actually,
Oh.
instead, make a strength saving
18.
throw instead.
Oh, well, so it's going to be a similar number. It's going to be that same number.
So, saving throws plus 6, so 20. Dirty 20.
You take half of 17.
Alright, you take 17 damage.
I rolled a lot.
6'5"?
Yeah.
Jeez.
So half
So
of
9.
9 damage.
Yeah. You take 9 as you hit the ground. Your foot hurts a little bit. You limp out of it, but you're good, and you have a rope dragging behind you.
All right, and I punch my rope.
And
back
then you
up.
hear coming from the window.
All right, and we go back in the house.
Duncan opens the doorknob and just, "You coming?"
All right.
Sure, let's see where this goes.
All right, you're in the house now. Oh my gosh, this is a craziness.
I will walk.
What a heist this has become.
Hey, where's people? Where's people?
We're gonna go.
Look, there you are.
I go.
Where's
All right,
Where do we
so
go?
There's the book.
Thomas is like, Thomas is like, what's going on? I can
All right,
talk, but what
so
are we doing?
I go up to.
It's so sad.
I go. Poor emo
Whoever
kid.
was he traveled to, send it back.
I go
or
up
the-
to.
I can't explain what happened. You don't know.
I go up to the book club room. I just go, hi, I just wanted to say thank you so much.
Yes, thanks.
Lovely, Tom. We're going to be on our way now, so...
Oh, I found the privy, by the way.
Yes, we found the privy, but we couldn't find your son, so we're going to be on our way. Fair
Make a
tidings to
deception
you.
check with. Well, how are you helping?
Bye.
That's certainly keeping up like appearances, but it's not giving him help on a persuasion or a deception.
All right, do it.
Make a deception check.
Oh boy, why
You didn't lie to help him out.
You leaving this to Duncan?
You started to talk. I said
It was a good plan.
Yeah.
What's the total? This deception.
Plus
You have. You look like you're. Oh, that's not bad.
That's a 9.
9. She goes, "What?
We came and
With advantage, yeah. With advantage. No, Duncan, roll again.
The same. 9.
9. Okay.
Why did I not roll?
Because you didn't lead it.
I know. I said, what are we doing? I can talk.
No time.
Did you want to make your own roll instead of his?
Sure.
Then go for it.
Butts in.
19.
It's just the minimum.
I'm like, so we talked to Mr. Barron and he told us your son, and so we went upstairs. We couldn't find him, and so we came back to it. So that's all that
You said you were up. You would. Okay.
Yeah, he said I went up there and I couldn't find him, and so I went and they came help me look, and we came back down and we couldn't find him.
They're not here.
Yeah, we weren't up there.
That's what you hear upstairs in the attic.
What's he? Who's that?
Who's that?
Who's
What's that?
They?
What's going on?
What's going on?
Shiv's just out in the hallway.
You see
watching
coming down the
two.
stairs, you guys are right there, and the Baron comes down and goes, "Hey, so what the heck's going on here?"
Oh, we went upstairs and we couldn't find him, and so I went back down. I've been over in the room, over in the den, waiting.
But we did find the privy.
They did. I went upstairs, couldn't find him.
Lovely
so I
bath
came
you
back
have.
upstairs and was in the den. I've been in the den for like.
So where's my son?
We
we
don't
didn't
know.
find him.
We
He
couldn't
wasn't in the
find
attic.
him.
I couldn't get through the door. I got hit with some lightning crap and then left.
Huh. Make a deception check.
27.
I mean, checks out. He's been trying to get away for a while.
Also, sex. Up
You didn't
there.
tell him about the orchestra?
He wouldn't listen. Like I walked up and I got hit by anything, and he said, "Go away!" And so I was like,
All right,
"Fine."
all right. You guys seem honest enough. You seem honest enough. Sure. Let's wait till Isek gets down here. Make your conversation you gotta have with him a little easier.
Yeah, for sure. Oh,
And
he's
then,
here?
he just went upstairs. I got him because I was like, sounded like the boom, like
I
upstairs.
got hit with the boom, and then I was like, "I'm not dealing."
I
with
mean,
that.
he's been working on spells and stuff. I didn't think he was.
Is that
It
cast?
hurt.
No. I'm talking about Victor.
Oh.
Nah, the boy. He's alright. All right. Well, we'll wait for Isek to come down.
Isaac is the easier one to kind of convince.
I mean, he's captain of the guard. He's my man, so
Yeah,
like
I
you should
got
be
you.
fine.
I'm with you.
Just a quick conversation.
All right.
All right, Isek. Hey.
You don't want to be the one to tell him?
No, that's your job.
Yeah,
That's not my
well,
thing.
We can tell
Really?
him. We can tell him shit.
No, I feel like it's fair. I
We
feel
can
like
tell
it's
him
fair, and plus he sees right through the bullshit. So if you're lying to me, I'll know. That's kind of what I'm trying to say.
Why are you laughing, Duncan?
This is Zane laughing.
I know. See, laughing at
The character becoming the penguin is the fastest downward spiral this game has gone. Oh
I
man.
thought Zane was also
Because
laughing.
he just
at,
saw
like,
that.
All right. And so Isak comes down. He's like this hulking man. And he like walks down the stairs and he's like, "They weren't there. They are." He's like, "Yeah, all right, hold on. All right, Isak, these are my friends. I feel like they're nice guys. They haven't steered me wrong yet. They tried to help the boy. Seems like he
didn't want help.
he like left. Right? What'd you see up there?" He's like, "Well, there was this glowing thing that was there, and it like was on the ground, and it's like a circle thing. I don't understand it, but it seemed very I don't.
Magical.
Yes, that's a good word. I'll use that. Very magical. And he's like, yeah, okay. What about it?
Was it the? I mean, you said he's been working on spells. Was it like the thing that went boom that hurt us?
Well, I told him. I said, all right, you're gonna be a wizard. Whatever. It's not my taste. Not my thing. You're gonna be a wizard. I'm gonna love you anyway. Right? That's my thing. Right? Sorry.
That's so dumb. Keep going.
It's not dumb. It's great.
Came out as a wizard.
He's like, I'm gonna love my kid. He's my kid, right?
Yeah.
And so I said, all right, you gonna go do that? Just don't tell your friends. We gotta make sure that they're not scared. We don't want anybody to be uncomfortable around here. So we're the time's not ready for it, right?
Yeah, don't ask, don't tell.
This is funny. And so he's like, all right. So anyway, We let him practice. We gave him his own little space. He tore apart the attic, but he looks like he made it his own, and I figured it would just make him happy and give him a good life, and then he'd make his own decisions and kill himself some other time. But I didn't think that he was going to leave, right? So he was telling me he's got these ideas. He was asking for books, and I was like, sure, happy birthday, right? You know, what father isn't going to buy the kid what they want? Especially somebody like me. You know, all will be well. I believe that shit. So yeah, all will be. And you guys say that he did anything stupid, and I'll cut off your hands. Or actually, Isaac will cut off your hands. He's like, can I cut off their hands now? And no, they're my friends. What part of that didn't understand?
Duncan smiles awkwardly.
I like that. You got a good set of teeth. All right, Isaac, they're gonna take 12 guys. You cool with that? And he's like,
All will be well.
I suppose that they can take a dozen men. What's the need? It's like, we're gonna make the town better.
Orchestra.
We're gonna bring.
Way better.
Yeah,
We're
he
gonna make the
said.
town
He
so
said
good.
rich people have orchestras, and we're rich, so we gotta have orchestras. All right. I didn't come from money, but I got it now, so we're gonna use it. All right. All right. I'm not going to argue. Sounds good with me. Okay. And are they now exceptions to the rule? I feel like
What rule? If you don't mind me
I
asking.
like his smile. I feel like they gotta keep smiling. Yeah, see? I like that. Especially the alligator man. I like this. Alright, you boys be safe. If you need anything, just call for Strozny. He's your right hand too now. Alright? All will be well. See you at
All will be well.
see you at the auditions. We all get to watch. It's live. It's great.
Oh, it's a
Yeah.
live
Oh, it's live. It's so great. That's the thing. We're all excited.
Cannot wait.
It's gonna be great. Yeah. So if you find my kid, you call me. You let me know.
if we see him,
If
absolutely.
we'll see him. What's he look like?
Yeah, what's he look like?
He's handsome like me, but he's got more hair.
Oh,
Gotcha.
see him
Can't
perfectly.
miss him.
That's
Perfectly.
it. Exactly. He's a little taller than me. He's probably. Did you see him? He wasn't up there.
We didn't
Never
see
mind.
him. Yeah, no.
You're right. All right. Well, I gotta kiss my wife. You guys have a good one.
You as well.
All right. Now get the fuck out of here.
And we get the fuck out of there.
All right. So you guys step
And we leave.
out.
What time of day is it?
It is.
Oh, it's like lunchtime.
It's noon. It is noon.
So much is
Oh
happening.
well,
like,
let's get
Oh
some
my
food,
gosh.
and then let's go to the.
You're hungry after that?
Doctor's house. Yeah,
Shit, I understand. But...
it's lunchtime. What do you mean am I hungry?
Alright.
That was so. I mean, I don't know. Your characters probably went. Because I certainly did.
For sure. Thomas is like,
Just that's a moment.
Duncan had some clenched butt cheeks right there.
Skin of your teeth. Oh yeah, he was not alive.
no.
No.
Even if it was correct, he would.
Technically, we did not kill him.
Technically,
we just assisted.
absolutely, we did not
You
kill
guys are still like 80% responsible.
him. No, had he gone through his own teleportation surgery
let me help you.
Definitely didn't kill him, Kevorkian.
For sure, we didn't kill him. He went through it
Hey,
on his own
maybe,
power. All I
Kevorkian can
all
help
I
us
did
out.
was make sure that the thing that he used
Not
to
anymore.
die
You're like,
was
I'm not.
in
Blood is not on my
perfect-
hands.
It's perfect condition. He just.
Oh my god.
Let's get some lunch.
Last I saw him.
So you see in the window, it's he's like looking and like waves as you guys like turn back and look at the house.
Who
He's the Baron. He waves.
Oh, in the upstairs.
Yeah, he like he's downstairs. He's like waves through the window. He's like waving at you guys as you guys like walk away, and then he like kind of gives you a long, slow turn as he like walks away. I mean, no matter what you do, you're suspicious as heck.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. He's that for her.
but he lets you live right now.
Yeah.
So
We didn't kill his kid. We didn't do it.
Definitely didn't.
For
you're
sure.
not sure. He's
We
not
didn't.
sure.
We
Nobody's
didn't.
sure. He
He's
also has
not.
the world's dumbest right hand. So
Let's get some food. Let's go. Oh, I gotta perform for lunch at the Blue Water. Let's go do that. We get you some food.
Sure.
Right.
Why not?
Could use a pint now. Holy crap.
So we'll go back to the Blue Water. I'll make sure my loot is in tune. My new special loot, that is. Sounds especially pretty. From Esmeralda.
And can I...
doesn't go out of tune.
Good.
I'd like to figure out what the robe and wand is while he's doing that.
For sure is this.
I mean, are you gonna spend an hour?
I think he's going to be doing that for an hour, yeah.
All right.
So
When we get to the blue water, you're just gonna sit.
Yeah.
so the right hand guy just didn't even notice the pile of giblets,
Or he did.
or he did,
Or he did.
Or he did.
and he ate them.
Or we
Squeeze
didn't
guys.
do that. We weren't up there.
Well, exactly.
He drew his own circle and was like, "I'm leaving," and jumped through, and then
Exactly.
if it was like he said, people went through a
So-
wrong teleportation circle.
You have a cloak of protection.
Oh
That's what that is. If that's 1 hour.
gosh, I need that. Okay, Thomas is playing the bar. Thomas
And
is,
then the other one is just an arcane focus.
don't need
I don't need either one of them.
that. I need the cloak of protection.
I already have a cloak of protection.
Cats, man.
I need it.
Unless I can wear two cloaks of protection at the same time.
It is a cloak of protection that is maroon and has a bear seal on the back.
Yeah, but mine is white.
Cool.
You can give me yours.
It's white.
You can have that purple one.
So it's
Maybe not. Maybe don't
better.
wear it in Valaki. Don't wear the robe of the Baron's kid. All right, I'm performer of the town.
I mean, I will say like when you, yeah, it's just it's a clearly magical robe.
Doing a banjo, Jack.
Yeah, use
Yeah.
magic to enhance the sound and change it a little bit.
I don't need Victor Vlahovic anymore.
You don't. Does everyone kill him?
I'll play like
Poor kid.
Yeah, poor kid. I want to be a wizard. My dad sucks. Teleportation circle. I'm gonna leave. I tried to help.
Ironically, his other one
silly
might have
as
been.
my like story was, that's a real thing. People experience that, so that's hard.
I mean, like maybe maybe
roll?
his original circle would have been less dangerous
We
than
never-
the
we'll
one
never
that
know.
worked properly.
It didn't work properly.
No,
The
it
one that
did.
No, it didn't.
No, it did because there's something that's keeping people from teleporting. So
They weren't coming back, is the point.
yeah,
That's
Well,
not the
they
same
weren't
as
coming
leaving.
back does not mean
Well,
that they were better.
better to be teleported somewhere randomly in Barovia than to like be teleported into the barrier and then sent back as giblets.
Or teleported to death.
I mean, that's kind of a good idea, but we don't know where the other
How
one
is
went.
not getting sent back better?
Like we don't know that
Because you're giblets when you get
we
sent
didn't
back.
know that they were giblets when they landed in Barovia.
I know, but the odds we know now for sure that the
I mean,
last
for
one's
sure
death.
that the second one is 100%.
Love, you guys were having this conversation like, should we go through? And you just hear,
No, I guess not. Oh
Answer is
man,
no.
is there any bard performing in the tavern when we get there, or are they like waiting for me? Is Octavio there?
Ricky T.
this is the interesting part of this. You do see as you're walking around, you see in front of the, like stepping out as you're walking up, you see a lovely woman that you recognize.
Oh, Esmeralda.
Esmeralda.
Oh, Esmeralda.
Davenir. Oh, I knocked her over. There you
That's
go.
a song from Hunchback of Notre Dame.
There you go. Esmeralda is now standing in front.
Esmeralda.
Hi,
Hi.
Hello. I don't know what
where
her
have
accent
you
is.
been?
Very French. Yes, very French. Yes, yes.
Hello.
Yeah, bonjour.
Where the
where
hell have you been?
I've been traveling around and attempting to figure out my own mysteries. But how has
figure it
been
out?
things on your end?
Fine.
Well, apparently
Fine.
some people.
Fine. Fine.
I thought we were past this.
What did you find out about vampires?
All will be well.
I discovered that there is more ZMCI in the coffin makers.
Oh, interesting.
Very strange.
We went to the burgomaster's house.
Did you?
We have 2/3 permission to get guards to travel with us back to Kresk. We're just gonna go to Lady Fiona's house.
Wachter.
Thank you.
The boxer woman.
And we're gonna just basically ask her. We didn't talk to the burgomaster's son. Didn't fix the teleportation circle.
Why are you winking at me?
Because we did these things.
Right.
Oh,
Didn't fix the teleportation
oh,
circle.
so you
and,
get to spill your secrets.
and didn't watch him go through it and then come back dead.
My.
Yeah, it's
You
a
have
lot.
all had quite the morning.
Yeah, it's what, noon?
Yes, I believe it's
We'd
lunch-ish.
like to move fast.
Yeah, we're getting lunch and then we're gonna go.
Well, I have not eaten.
Come.
We could discuss what we have accomplished over lunch.
Yeah, I'll perform. So, like, Duncan, write it down so that I can just read what
And what
happened.
we have.
Please.
All right.
Thank you.
Alright, very good.
So we go in.
So you go ahead. And also, I don't know if you know, you can have a conversation with people while you're just looting. You don't have to be singing actively.
Oh, they're good. I didn't want to be like at my table
You're just
playing.
at your
you
table.
could. There's not
yeah,
like
but that's not like the thing that people come to see.
I mean, if you want to put on like an evening performance, but otherwise you're just filling
It's like
ambience.
lunchtime. Okay, I'll fill ambience.
You're just like, so, what do we do?
It's like when somebody's like a live pianist versus like the evening piano like special.
That's a good point.
You know what I mean?
Yep. Yeah, sure.
So you guys are there now with Esmeralda,
Can we
and
take
you also
a short
see.
rest while we're here?
Yes, you can. You also see inside is Rick Tavio.
Rick Tavio!
Yeah, how you doing? Just different accent every time.
How you doing?
What was it?
He was a
British.
he was a
He was-
normal British
he was-
person.
he was
Hello,
the one.
there we go. Shino.
He's
That's a
Von-
character I played once.
Not Vonnie.
Rick
hello.
Tavio!
Hello.
What's going on?
He's an older man, remember?
Yes.
And he's like, I'm fine.
Just fine.
Things have been
want that inside
better
joke.
for me. I've been better.
You hungry?
Of course, I could eat.
Get food.
Yes, Esmeralda was telling me that you all are some sort of a troop. Esmeralda she found me, needless to say.
Oh.
Yes, I've been kind of taking a breather, but she wanted to speak to me. Are we-
Did you know?
and she's like, yes, we have much to discuss. I'm not trying to make sure that we need some privates for this information.
I'll be right back. Let's eat downstairs. I'll play. Food on me. I'll be right back. And I'll go upstairs and look for Vasilka.
Okay, so you're gonna go up to Vasilka. While he's going to Vasilka, do you guys say anything in the midst of this conversation? Because it'd be weird, awkward silence if he didn't.
Yeah.
No, I'm like, all right. So you went off looking for. God, I've already blinked on his
Rick
name.
Tavio.
yeah.
Rick Tavio, did you? You followed up on him?
Yes, he and I had a long conversation that resulted in an enlightening, if you will.
Insight.
Yeah. That's.
Oh, no.
It's fine. 8.
Oh, no. The same number.
It's
a wisdom stat.
5.
You're not sure. She was pretty badgering, needless to say. She got up in my business and wouldn't let me go. So here I am.
She's persistent.
She certainly is.
All right. So, hey, we ran into a friend of yours earlier.
Did you?
You happen to know a toy maker by the name of Blinsky?
Yes, I did. I gave him my monkey.
Oh, that's your
I mean, it was.
Lovely.
It's his now.
capuchin.
Wow, that's exactly right. That's what it
Yes.
is. So,
Reminds me of Steve Valentine.
well, he's definitely like an
You know
older
who that
gentleman.
is.
Yeah. He's like, so I think that it might be in our best interest to have a conversation privately. So when your friend gets back, maybe we get lunch to go.
Sure. Why
All
not?
right.
I'm not sure I trust all these people.
Right?
Hmm.
Right? Like, I feel like that's who it is.
I don't know what you're showing me.
I'm showing a photo of Steve Valentine,
Oh,
who just embodies the voice that you're.
I don't know who this person looks like.
Can I? Duncan says. First, before we go anywhere.
Oh,
I need
yeah.
a-
Yeah.
This sounds like
This
that
is
too.
Rick Tavio. Sure. This is the exact man that I was picturing.
That's funny.
Beautiful.
That's great.
Oh.
So what were you saying?
He gets a beer because
Yeah, oh, I mean, I would.
stressed out.
I would. All right, so you
Sheriff's
do.
gonna go up to the room.
Oh, yeah, I'm going
So
up to the
Thomas
room, too.
goes up to the room, and you get to the door, and you pull out your key, and you unlock it, and you open the
Oh,
door.
slowly.
You open the door, and most doors are push doors, and
It's a
so
pull.
it's a push door.
Oh.
You bump into something, and you see a long arm in
Hey.
front, like just sort of
Yeah.
like closing it.
Hey, Vasilka, it's me. It's Thomas.
You see the arm move, and then you pull open the rest of the door, and Vasilka's sitting there, her arms crossed in the middle, and she's just sitting there, like, in her torn-up red dress and her long, gross, like, pretty much looks like it's always wet black hair.
I have a gift. Oh, I'm gonna make the ring go right now. I have a gift for you.
Yeah, that's kind of why I gave you her description before we did this.
Yeah, I don't care.
Okay.
You're right.
And she looks at it, and she's like, and she immediately derobes.
Okay, and Thomas closes his eyes and leaves.
As Shiv walks in.
As Thomas gets to the door, as Thomas, you see Shiv coming up the stairs. You guys interact.
Wait, Shiv. She's changing clothes. Let's give her like 2 minutes. Vasilka, come out when you're dressed, please. When you have clothes on, please.
I've eaten worse.
Okay. And Thomas will just wait.
She comes out of the room, and
looks like
she's
the ring
wearing.
girl.
She's wearing. Well, she's actually wearing a very elegant. Like in my
Can I
head,
dry
it's,
her hair with my protected
I'm just saying it's like it's just so dense and heavy that it just
it's
hangs
heavy.
downward.
Yeah, terrifying.
Can she attune to items?
She can. She's a person thing.
Bro, I need that cold protection. Please don't give us that. Please don't.
And so she's wearing a very elegant white gown. And when I say like, it's like
Wedding dress?
Cinderella. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
cool.
She's like wearing Cinderella's dress basically, but it's white.
Is it,
Where
is
did you
it
get
familiar?
that again?
I
The
mean,
description
The
of the dress?
Burgomaster's house.
it would look like it would look. What do you mean? What does it look
Like,
familiar?
like from in my reading and study of the tragedy, would it fit?
It would certainly fit. It would be a great costume piece.
Where
So-
did you get that dress?
It's not important. Shh. We found it. I took it from the Burgomaster. Not sure.
Thomas could not keep a secret. Thomas was like, well, we found it. I took it.
Why are
Not
you
if I
winking?
I
'Cause
can't
it's
get.
true.
I can't keep a secret from you guys. I can keep a secret from a lot of people. You guys, why keep a secret from? Right. So like I took it from because it reminded me of her, and you know, I mean, we got that description of the like women that were invited to audition. Now she looks like she's missing is her larynx, which is hilarious that that's the thing she's missing.
So that's when I said,
And we'll go back.
why don't you give me the money anyway? And he shot me. That's what I'm saying. It's just silly. It's ridiculous. Oh, hey, you're back.
Yes, sorry. Oh, and then I just have to play and.
So, lunch to go.
So, what did you guys talk about?
Oh, I told him another story.
No. What did you and Israel talk about? Oh, I don't know that you did. What are we talking about?
I believe it's we should have a private conversation.
Oh, we want to go upstairs, or we want to
We
leave?
should go somewhere where there's no there's no ravens and no things that could hear us.
Do you have a recommendation? Because I've seen ravens every single place I've been.
No, I understand that. You have a you have a room, right?
Mm-hmm.
Right, let's just go there.
Oh, okay, yeah.
I take Shiv aside as they
I'm
all.
already in the room.
Oh. Well, then I take Thomas aside as the other two go past us towards the room.
I'm aside. I've been taken aside.
He's like just off camera, and he disappears.
Didn't know this was your one and only goal for the game to be taken aside.
Thomas never takes Duncan never takes me aside.
All right, mate. Australian there for a second.
Alright, mate.
I don't. Something feels wrong here. Keep your wits about you, eh?
Yeah, do you want to stand in a certain way in the room to make sure that we're the first ones out?
Yeah.
Keep certain people between certain people.
Make sure you stand by the door and make sure you don't. I don't trust this fella.
It kind of gives me the heebie-jeebies.
Make
You
sure
saw
you-
that monkey. Like, that monkey was his. Like, monkey's crazy.
Pay attention to what
I
he
didn't see
says,
Monkey.
but don't
You
let
just
it
told
get
me.
in your head. All right?
What?
Pay attention to what he says, but don't let it get in your head. All right?
Yeah, I won't.
All right. I check to make sure I still have the raven feather.
Oh, you gave it to...
I gave it to him.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, never mind. Okay. We go upstairs.
Yeah,
All right.
I'll
So you guys step upstairs and you go up the stairs and you now have your room. Do you lock it?
Shiv and Vasilka
Yes,
over in the
lock
beds.
lock it behind me, and I'll stand immediately in front of the door,
Shiv
kind of
and-
leaning on it.
Shiv and Vasilka over by the beds.
Vasilka has Pride and Prejudice balanced on her head. And then
Oh, you get the picture. I don't need to balance.
I'm
the
attuning here.
yeah, here's a tuning. All right.
You're attuning.
So you guys all went into the
So
room,
what?
and Esmeralda
Haven't made that
says,
far yet.
Esmeralda says, "All right. So what did you actually do? Because
Okay.
was there lots of winking, and I'm not really sure."
Okay.
So do you can also just say we tell,
tell
her,
her
everything?
everything.
Or if you want to disclose, you might want to roleplay
Oh.
that. I'm like saying it's up to you how much you choose to disclose.
I'm
to
gonna
them.
look at Duncan.
I kind of give you a look that's like, not the murder.
Okay.
So we tell her, except
we tell her
right.
everything.
What look is that, by
except
the way?
For the
What's the
part
not the
where-
murder look?
I think we tell them the same exact thing we told the Baron.
Yeah.
That we didn't even meet the kid.
okay. So go ahead and give me a deception check from the group for you. So we'll give you an advantage just to like give them how good of a deception is this.
28, natural 19.
Great. Okay, so that's good. Do you ask them about them? Because they kind of just like sit here and listen to you,
Yeah.
and then you finish, and
What
then
did you guys talk about?
well, Octavio is not who he seems to be. He is, in fact,
No.
Is he here?
yeah, he's right in the room.
Okay.
He is. I can do it. I can tell them who I am. Are you sure, Zoe? Is it something that you're wanting? I mean, no, but you seem to trust them with your life, so I suppose I might as well.
Duncan
He's a witch.
just, out of sight, just has his hand on his flail, resting.
Thomas is kind of rubbing the side of his guitar.
So,
Shiv doesn't care.
my name is not Rictavio.
Oh, great. It took me 4 sessions to learn what it was.
That's so good. Okay, my name's Rictavio now. Sure. No, it's
That's
fine.
fantastic.
No,
That's so good.
look, I'm not a young man anymore. I'm not. Look, my road is coming to an end, but the work is not done. And I'm not really going to be the one who's able to solve this problem for you. Must not quiet and let them pass. Yeah, right. I just feel that. I'm going to hit guest room because that's not guest room. All right. So he's like my former protege is Esmeralda.
Oh.
She came looking for me, and she didn't tell you entirely. Look, she doesn't know all my tricks and disguises, but she was able to see my Rictavio disguise. And he takes off his hat, and it's a hat of disguise.
Mm-hmm.
And he looks like himself, but the pointy ears are gone. The orange outfit that he was wearing is gone, and he looks like his miniature.
Hey. Cut
Hey.
to the big, so we can see it big and large.
Oh.
He has a sword cane. He's wearing a.
Hold it closer.
He's like a older gentleman.
Closer. Closer.
No, that's okay.
Closer.
It's
Too
out of
close.
focus, but he still looks good.
Too close.
It's out
Too
of focus.
close.
So it's fine.
But like you get the gist.
Yeah.
He's got like circle spectacles and not pointed ears, and he's less wondrous. And he's like,
Less wondrous.
I'm trying to maintain the best things that I can do. I'm not perfect. I'm not the best liar. I'm not the best storyteller either. But yes,
You're really good at storytelling.
all of my stories are true, which is why they're good.
Oh.
I just tell the stories of my exploits and my former protege, Duncan, that I told you about. The one before Esmeralda, that met his end. So, I work alone. And I will continue to work alone.
See ya.
But Esmeralda has brought me into your fold. I don't want to explain everything, but I'm here to kill Strad von Sarovich. Yeah, but anyway, he's like the greatest vampire of them all. I've studied him for years, and I can't hope to best him in straight-up confrontation. So I
What's
hope.
your name?
He looks at Esmeralda. I'm Rudolph Van Richten. Make a history check, Duncan.
It's not. Is it no, it's not as bad as it looked. It's not as good as it looks, but it's not horrible. History's intelligence. So.
14.
Can I make one?
I mean, sure.
8.
This is. I mean, 14's plenty. This is a legendary monster hunter. Like this is like the Monster Hunter's Monster Hunter.
Mhm.
Like this is like this is the guy who like wrote the book on monster hunting.
You have that book. Get him to sign it.
I do.
Isn't it? It's in front of you, isn't it?
I have it. He's got a guide to Ravenloft. Like he's the guy. Like he's been traveling in these dark places for a long time, hunting and killing the greatest of the greats.
So he's like Belmont level.
Yeah, and if you're gonna compare it to Castlevania, yeah, he's like the OG Belmont. Like he's like legit. And so the fact that he's here right now and he's like I can't kill him is a little alarming.
What do you? Okay.
Well, immediately Duncan takes his hand off and goes, "Wow."
What's underneath the hat?
What's underneath that?
Yeah, what does it look like? What's underneath the hat?
My hat?
What's
he
his?
had
Yeah.
his hand on his.
Does he have hair?
Oh, yeah. Takes his hand off the veil, takes the hat off.
You said you take the hat off, right?
Shiny ball.
Your hand off. Yeah. Shiny bald guy.
Thomas will notice that Duncan's bald, and will
Passive perception.
So, why tell us? What do you need from us?
I need you to kill him.
Why ask?
If you can't do it, how are we supposed to?
She seems to think you can. I do. I believe that you can. I see something special within you, and I'm not sure what exactly that means, but I looked at the cards, and I believe that you can do it.
You have cards?
That is for another time. I don't think that it would be in the best comfort of everyone here if I did what I do.
Do you know everything happening in this town? Who is Blinsky?
Oh,
Who is Lucian?
Blinsky's just a man. Blinsky's a man that I felt sorry for and gave him a monkey.
He's creepy.
Who's who?
Lucian.
Lucian, Lou, whatever, Lou man. I don't know. I have been just trying to find what is called the Keepers of the Feather. Have you heard anything about these people? Supposedly they are were-ravens, excuse me. They transform into these flying hybrid bird people.
Well, would they happen to be fond of carrying a raven's feather with them?
That sounds interesting. I'm not entirely sure what you mean.
Well,
You see, our barkeep downstairs, their family gave us a message back at the winery that we visited before coming to this lovely village.
And he gave you a feather.
They gave me a feather.
and they
Which-
snuck it
He
in,
seemed to know exactly what it meant.
they snuck it into Duncan's pocket, and then
It
We
seemed to
approached-
hold significance.
I'm not trying to expose them in their secret society, I believe, and they have a mutual enemy, which is this Strahd person.
Would this
The
pulls out the Pride, Prejudice, and Devils from her head?
Yeah.
Would this happen to have anything to do with Strahd? And I open it up and I show him the spell.
Oh,
Or what have you.
summoning a devil. I read Infernal. Do you read Infernal as well?
Yes.
Have you had time spent with it? I'd hate to take this from you if you haven't really studied it.
I've gotten a look at what the ritual's for, but we just nabbed it at our last encounter.
Okay, so I mean, truly, I believe that the were-ravens are the secret to solving this problem. I mean, an aerial advantage. If you've heard the old stories, taking them by eagle was the way. That's so dumb, but also I had to say it. No, flying in, aerial advantage is everything. And in the truest context, I mean, I believe we could get to the top of the tower with them quickly.
what tower?
Oh, Castle Ravenloft itself.
There is always advantage to
There
being
is
kissed
a-
by Bright Nidra.
Do you know? This is semi-unrelated.
I'm rolling dice.
This is semi-unrelated. What was your name again? What was his first name?
Let's stick to Rictavio. It'll help us all.
Thank you, Rictavio. Do you know the members of the of Castle Ravenloft? The individuals.
Oh, I mean, he's there, and I believe he's got lovers. Not really sure. He's been known to take people.
There, I've been told by the concertmaster, the maestro
Mhm.
of this opera that this place is putting on, Lucian, that an invitation was sent to Castle Ravenloft.
For
A woman
an
auditioning
invitation of what?
to perform at the opera. 6 invitations to audition were sent. I received one. She received one, and I point to Vasilka. 2 more female and 2
He gets a
men.
good look at her. Okay. I want to talk more about this Bright Nidra. What is this?
The deity that I follow.
Who is that?
Bright Nidra is she who guides.
I'm not exactly sure that I'm familiar with the Bright Nidra. Does she go by a different name?
Around you, I think she is called by a different name, yes.
I'm not familiar, but someone that is kissed by this person retains some sort of raven power?
Yes, like the wolves.
Lycanthropy. Is that what you mean?
Yeah.
There's been known to be multiple kinds of lycanthropy, but if she's goddess of them, is she a bestial goddess?
No. As her face churns, so do they.
That was so good.
So I suppose that you have an interest in finding them as well.
I do.
It's okay.
We're a team.
Okay, so like I said, I'm older. I'm an older gentleman. I'm not the fighter that I used to be, but I do want to be the one to shove my. He draws a sword cane, he clicks, and then pulls shing, and you see this like bright silver blade that glows a little bit with like a blue energy, and it's got a raven at the end, like a really powerful raven at the end, and he's like, I'm a cleric myself, and mine is to kill the vampires.
Hmm.
And he sheaths it again and stands on it and says, oh, kind of like it's a little wheezy, and it says, we can do this together, I think. The 5 of us. No, that was not what you signed up for. You said you are cursed. He's like, well, I'm gonna keep my distance. I'm not sure
How are
you're
you cursed?
I'm not sure you're safe, and I haven't told her all of it entirely either.
Well, now's a good time.
I'm afraid that's not going to happen.
Why? You're trying to keep us safe. Why would you not tell us everything so that we can ensure our own safety?
Me not telling you will keep you safe.
I recommend we trust the man on this one. He knows what he's doing.
Okay. What do we do?
What you've been doing. Get his attention. Keep being yourselves.
How are we getting his attention?
You're shaking things up.
Let me ask you this.
Like you did at the Burgomaster's house.
Why don't we all just leave?
Now that is very confusing. You see, we don't... I'm Vistani, as I'm proud to say. And so, therefore, we are not bound by the same mists that you are. You cannot escape, as you are human. As you are lizard folk, as you are normal. I am blessed by my lineage, and therefore I can leave and go collect things and come back, and you cannot.
The mist?
The mists, the wall of the tall mist that keeps all of this map enclosed.
Is that what we came through?
I think
guess
I
it
remember
must be.
Mist. I mean, you were driving.
when we got all scrambled.
Yeah,
Did we-
there was a moment where the moon changed positions.
Hmm.
Well, all right. I'm gonna come clean with you. We haven't been totally honest. Honestly, I didn't know if we could trust you, but seeing who you are is who you are. We encountered a sorcerer, a young amateur who was quite talented,
Wizard.
but wizard. Sorry.
It's okay.
And at the burgomaster's house, he was trying to escape. We thought he created a perfect teleportation circle, but knowing this now, it's obvious to see why he came back,
The way he came back.
not entirely in one piece.
Oh.
Cloak's still in one piece.
Yeah, that's the cloak.
The one I'm
Just-
currently attuning to.
Shiv's just
Yeah.
And probably still has blood on it.
I'm not sure what the next plan of action is. I'm normally like I said, a one-man show.
Okay, Rictavio. We have one conversation to have before we head back to Kresk. And,
Why on bloody earth would you want to go back there?
you know, the Bellevue Orchestra?
I used to.
Mm-hmm. They exist still.
we've recently freed them.
From what exactly? They disappeared.
They were being kept hostage by someone fallen from the sky in a religious sense.
So a fallen angel.
Mm-hmm.
That's unfortunate.
And
Did it seem
Talking to a child?
you seem to recognize me, and you also speak Infernal. What other knowledge base do you have?
I've
What,
acquired quite a encyclopedia of monsters as throughout my journeys, and
did you believe the fallen angel then to be one that descended below our plane, or one that only arrived here?
well, from what I could tell, he just arrived here.
Esmeralda was there too.
Esmeralda was there. She can tell you.
No, she explained, but I was interested in knowing your perspective
Yeah.
because she did not know that. She had just claimed that it was some sort of a holy entity, but that is important. Why didn't you say something? I did not think that it was that important. We were trying to figure out you and your situation, and I'm disappointed, truly. A trait. It's fine. I think you will be a valuable asset to this, and the Bright Nidra one as well. I'm not so sure your piece of this puzzle yet. Have you all had a discussion yet with the seer?
No. Who?
No.
That might be your first place to go. She is a woman. She has a camp. Do you have a map?
Mm-hmm.
I'll pull up a map as well for the world.
Is that what I do?
Van Richten. Oh my goodness. Hey, can I borrow your guide, bro?
Yeah, that would just tell you everything about this place, wouldn't it?
I would. That's why I asked.
Barovia map.
Van Richten.
We have 8 days to do all this.
I
Oh
mean-
boy.
Do you? You don't have to just 8 days.
That's when the additions are.
I mean, that doesn't mean everything has to get done.
I want everything.
So
Probably
do you
not.
see where
Sorry.
I need to make sure that I pull it up as well. Where is the map? Where is the map? Where is the
I
map?
just didn't want to be bent to the bottom.
That's a good point.
Okay. You're looking for a Vistani camp, not the one south of Valaki, but the one that is off to the south of Barovia.
Oh, that's hilarious.
G.
Gee.
G.
G, is that what it is?
I bet.
What are we looking for? Say it one more time.
It's like a Vistani
Circle
camp.
In camp, it says.
Vistani encampment. It's not the one south of Valaki because there's a Vistani camp, but like there is a encampment. All right, got the map. G, that's where it is. That is the
Will you show us where Valaki is?
She circled it.
Valaki. Where is my mouse?
And-
Where is it? I can't see it.
You can shake it and it gets bigger.
It's
No.
over here.
That's on Mac.
Oh, it sucks.
Where is it?
Over here.
Oh, I see. Okay, Valaki is here.
What letter?
N. And then you got to
Sorry.
get to G if you want to talk to her. But that's just he's like. You probably should talk to Madame Ava. She's gonna know more, and I don't think she's entirely good. But I also don't think she's entirely evil.
Mhm.
So,
Is that on our way to anything? Rictavio.
have you been to Barovia yet?
No.
It's not a bad place. It is a very good indication of what... I mean, it's a bad place. But it's not a bad indication of what Strahd is all about. It's kind of his place that he's overseeing.
Well, we have one more task in Kresk, obviously. And I want to get that accomplished soon. So,
And the Wizard of Wine.
exactly. That is all together. So, I'm going to appoint you with Shiv. I believe it is up to you. But the bartender, Ivan, is letting Shiv choose who watches over his estate while we are gone. Would it make sense to you to remain here as a headquarters while we take Ivan and his family to there and get to Kresk?
Well, we also need to make sure we have this conversation with them
Yes.
about what we think they are. And also we need to make sure not to scare them off. I would hate to see the murder leave. That'd be
I'd
unfortunate
love
for all
to
of
do
us.
that on the way.
I'm interested in this murder.
No, murder like a flock of ravens is called a murder.
Of course.
You know, in Barovia, you can never tell which is which.
You're not entirely wrong. Well, I suppose Esmeralda being with you and me being alone is exactly what I would be hoping for. But of course, if it really is, if this Martikov man, who has been quite hospitable, it does put his trust in this Shiv. Apologize for calling you lizard folk. Your name is Shiv. That'll be an interesting one to say. But I suppose, yes, that might be a good plan.
You want me to get Ivan now? We can have this conversation right now.
You mean Erwin,
Thank you, Erwin.
of course.
Ivan. It's Russian. It was close.
Sure. No, so, yes, that's not a bad plan. We could go to him. I'm just not sure how deep the rabbit hole goes.
I could talk to him. I can take someone if you would like me to.
The lad's good with words.
It's one of the few things I am good at.
I do think you should ask Shiv his opinion more often. A man of faith is one to be trusted. Especially one in whatever he's worshipping.
Well, Shiv,
always open to hearing it, Shiv. You just never seem to want to give
always.
I normally just watch you go.
What do you think?
Try to contain some of the chaos.
What do you think? Think this plan's stupid?
Whether we talk to them before or talk to them after, it probably won't make that much of a difference.
Understandable.
Did you all have something to do in Valaki before you ventured back, or was it kind of at its own timetable?
I
Well,
don't think so
we need to
anymore.
speak to.
Just helping this guy get to an opera.
Yeah, I'm auditioning for Tragedy Blazing Sun, blah, blah, blah.
Oh, I'm actually looking forward to that, provided Strahd doesn't kill us all before then.
7 days until the audition. Which I guess everybody here has to watch. What's
Yes,
up with
it's
that?
mandatory.
Why?
I'm not entirely sure.
Same
All
reason.
will be well.
The same
Ah.
reason
You know what that
smiling's
means?
mandatory.
You know all will be well means?
It's in the show.
I know, but like it's weird. Why do they love it so much here?
Listen, I don't know. It's in the reprise. I don't understand.
Do you know the show?
I was kind of forced to.
Sorry.
Do you know-
left me here with Vasilka.
Do you know why the captain of the guard would be compelled to cut people's hands off or put them in the stockade if they don't smile? Because of a show.
It's not my job to judge. It's just my job to enact judgment. There's a difference.
Well, let's
Duncan
Here's the
pretends to
plan.
understand.
Here's a potential plan for all ears.
I also don't think, no offense, that you're not enough to take on Strahd. So
Absolutely
the
not.
more allies we can accumulate, the better.
So here's my potential current plan. We have 7 days after today until. Wow, we're smacking microphones. Until the audition. We need to get the Bellevue Orchestra here, which is Kresk and back. In the direction of Kresk is.
I don't think that matters. It hasn't mattered. It doesn't matter what happens with this show. I mean, no offense. Like, you're adorable, Thomas. Love what the passion is very attractive, but it does not matter. It is not a big deal. We need to kill the vamp. It's fine. Listen, if you remove a man from his passions, you remove the man.
Write that down.
That's a quote.
Here.
I'm sorry. I'm just.
Do you know?
We have to kill him. We have to kill him.
We have to get his attention. Do we not?
I don't understand. It's fine. You're fine.
Do we know who all is working for Strahd?
That is my biggest reason for being incognito, for as long as I can remain, is to find out who is who, to find out what side is which. I do know that there has been a recent sighting of the Mage of Mount Baratok, supposedly a man that went toe-to-toe and lived with Strahd.
Sighting where?
Well, they used to see him skulking around the north shore of Lake Zarovich, shooting lightning bolts into the water to kill the fish. If you're interested, I recommend you use the fishing boats to the south shore to cross the lake, because it's shorter, and you will not run into the werewolves. It's a lot less dangerous, except for the fact that I believe some of these werewolves are immune to certain magics that I've been using. So good luck. Not all of them are.
They still get killed. Silver still works, doesn't
No,
it?
that's yes. I'm talking about being immune to certain radiant magics.
Oh.
Yes, I too understand the power of Moonbeam against the werewolves. Part of the reason why my faith has been so strong as of late. Some of these werewolves are immune to such things.
Interesting.
Interesting. So,
Interesting.
we are attempting to get Strahd's attention, as well as find out who he works for, as well as build a troop large enough to take him down.
Well, if we're going to kill him, we're going to need... Here's what I think. We're going to need some sort of an artifact. Something to kill him, because I don't believe that our weapons will be enough. We're going to need some information on him. Some weaknesses, something that makes him essentially the way that we can kill him. Because I know that you have to kill a vampire in its tomb, or it's just going to reappear. So, we have to make sure that we have some sort of interest to get him trapped. I mean, whether it's some thing we can hold over him, or his ego, or something. I think there's got to be. I mean, it's his realm, for goodness sake. We have to be able to find something on him. And last but not least, we need protection for ourselves.
Do you think this mage will be open for visitors?
I don't know. I mean, supposedly there's a dragon here. I mean, there's this haunted mansion that's it's west of here. Legend has it that the dragon died there. Listen, I've just been listening, trying to take it as much as I can, but it seems that Esmeralda's ready to act in first.
Okay. So we are at a crossroads with 3 directions staring at us. 2 to you. Oh, no. 3 to you. A dragon to the west, a wizard to the north, and a vampire to the east. Correct?
I mean, it seems you have your passions, and who am I to stand in the way of those as well?
Don't forget the wines to the west.
What I was going to say was, wouldn't it make sense to travel one direction and then sweep across? So we travel west, figure everything out west, come back to center, go north, come back to center, go east.
If I can be so bold, Esmeralda has been saying she's traveled for quite some time, and she said that the world gets more dangerous the more west you go. Yes, that is something that I discovered while in Kresk. I realized that I must seek refuge, and he was the only one there. The fallen angels that we murdered. He was the only one that we believed that could help heal me of my ailments. So I went to him when I had just impacted a very difficult in battle with some werewolves. And so, therefore, I believe that if you want to survive longer, get more powerful as we go, maybe take on some new abilities and things, we might want to go east first, as it is probably safer. Is what I've discovered, minus, of course, the castle itself.
Duncan, what could we find around a dead dragon?
Oh, you could find lots. There's depends on the type of dragon, the type of treasure they're guarding, the kind of scales that they have. All sorts of things.
Where's this haunted house?
I could tell you, but I'm gonna try to find the numbers so I'm not like blowing away what it's called. I believe actually it is very close to here. I believe it's Q. No, is that Q? No, that's yeah.
Argenvolt?
Yes, Q. The hold of Argenvost is what that translates to.
You circle it with your mouse.
Q is right there.
Well, it looks like of the things that we both need and want to do.
It's
You
not
wanna find
my.
out?
I mean, I just want this problem to get solved. I don't care how long it takes. I've done this. I've been at this for a while.
So you want us to keep what we're doing?
I want you to keep making waves.
We need to travel and get the orchestra and come back.
Here's the other thing that we're not remembering. If you think the Were-Raven folk will be a valuable ally, there's a group of them that is trapped in a winery, guarded by cultists, and under the guise of escorting the orchestra, we have, if we can secure at least another dozen soldiers on our way there, help liberate the winery, gain favor with the Raven folk, and then, as a cherry on top, bring the orchestra back with us.
And that goes from west back to Vallaki.
And that is my. So, let me understand this. I'm sorry, I'm not. I had to take a moment. So my understanding is that we are going to try to get and procure guards here before we make any attempts to go
We have
westward.
one more
We've made
conversation we have to have.
agreements with the Burgermaster. As long as we can get Lady Wachther to give us her approval, we have at least a dozen guards to go with us.
That is wonderful news. I will travel with you regardless. So if we are alone, whatever. We managed to kill a fallen angel together, so I'm pretty sure that we can take on whatever it is. I just want to do it with as minimal casualties as possible.
And we have whatever Erwin decides to bring along with him and his family when
Yes.
going to the Wizard of Limes.
And
On
we
that
will.
topic,
we
I
sh-
would say we should have Rictavio here stay and continue to keep his ears to the ground.
That sounds like the plan to me also.
I will give you Shiv, and he pulls out a key from a satchel that's really small. He pulls a key out that's this big. It shouldn't fit, and he pulls a key out and he hands it to you, and he says, "Go to the stockyard in Vallaki before you go to Wachther. I have a wagon there. I have told Esmeralda of the trap on my wagon. Seems she had a trap of her own. I'm impressed. Mine's not quite so lethal. But go, and whatever is in my wagon is yours. You can disperse as you will. I trust your judgment. I trust you as well, Duncan. And Thomas, there's something about you that I'm not sure about. And I wanted to publicly warn you two. No offense, not sure I trust you yet." That is news to me. I think he is wonderful.
Aye, he's a good singer too.
I'm not sure I trust him. I'm sorry. It's nothing personal. It's just I've been around people like you.
Trust has to be earned. No offense taken.
Aye, don't take it personally, lad. It's a compliment to be distrusted by such a man.
Thank you, Duncan.
All right, so
I will go talk to Erwin.
we should all be then I suppose I'm
Yes.
involved in that conversation. Esmeralda, what are you doing? What are you going to do? Actually, I was thinking that maybe we could actually split up. It doesn't seem that all of us need to be here to have this conversation with Erwin. Maybe Shiv and I could possibly go to the stockyard and procure the things that we need from your wagon.
Well, my only hesitation with sending Shiv away currently is that Erwin has requested Shiv's.
That is something that I was not thinking about.
After that, we can go check out the church, Rictavio, Duncan, and I, just to get a scope, because the church gives me some heebie-jeebies. We'll be back here after you guys check out the stockyard. Then we'll go to Lady Fox.
So I suppose a place that used to be religious that is no longer being used for its purpose might give anyone the heebie-jeebies.
Lucian, in particular, sent me a letter. Very, very eloquent. Terrifying in person.
I mean, that's. I mean, it's hard to get essence through the reading, and it's very difficult.
He sounded so kind.
I mean, I
And then
believe-
he
I
was-
believe
he
it.
had, like, this face. and it
Well, I
was-
suppose let's go. Go team. What are we calling ourselves?
Not yet.
Okay.
Don't know.
I suppose that's something we'll think about.
I still have half an hour.
When the bards write our stories, well, we might as well have a name.
Still
I'm
attuned
not
to
a
this
writer.
cloak, by the way.
And you're attuned. Yeah. So you guys chatted for like an hour, and then you guys head down the stairs into.
Do I know if I can wear 2 cloaks of protection?
No, you cannot. So if you did already have one, so no.
I do.
So no, you cannot attune to your cloak of protection twice. Sorry, I didn't think about that. So if anybody wanted to during
so
that
I now
time,
realize that I have a cloak of protection here. I'm like, oh,
Which one you want?
shoot. Mine,
Okay. Can I have the other one?
I suppose.
Can I take my disguise kit and make it not look like it belongs to the son of the burgomaster?
that's easy enough. I'm
Okay,
just
great.
gonna let you do that. I just thought it'd be very like, maybe they don't think about it, and then they're stupid. Well, you guys thought about it. That's fine with me. And you also have that kit. Go ahead and give me a roll just for fun. Use your charisma. Yeah, you can make a performance check for sure.
Ooh, roll bad. Don't have to save me. 12.
So the robe itself looks crappy, but it doesn't look like what
It's perfect.
it was.
I'd rather look crappy and unassuming than like the burgomaster's kid.
Sounds good to me. I just know Thomas would have rather probably look like amazing.
Yeah,
Um,
Dead
but it, on the scale.
Yeah, no,
of
I get it. It's fine.
Looking like a stolen.
Joey's fine with it though.
Yeah,
Oh, she was like chill.
I'm like, great. It doesn't look like.
So where would you guys like to go? Downstairs.
Yep.
You are. But
Did
what do you want to do?
Duncan needs a little short rest.
Yeah, you can take your short rest. Just roll your dice. Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
he freaking ate shit back there.
For sure.
All right, which remind me, I'm sorry.
So you roll.
D12.
You have 40, 12. You can roll as many as you want.
Okay, so I'm gonna roll one of them. Okay, so that's a 7.
Dude, hats off to Andy that role play.
So
I'm gonna
7.
use-
That's just 7 hit HP back, or
Yeah. So you can roll that as many times as you want. Is like 4 times total.
7
you can do
plus your constitution.
plus your Constitution mod.
my
Yeah.
Constitution.
And your Constitution's pretty good. So
Yeah. So it's 7, and that's every time you. It's that number. So 4. So you get 11
so
hit
it
points
is
back.
it is approximately 1:30 in game.
PM.
Yeah.
Great. Wow, so bad. 7, 5, 5, 17.
I'm gonna roll that again. Woo! Let's
You
buy
can
their
roll the second
bottles.
one.
That
That's
is why they're
10.
bottles.
That was
Facts.
10
Yep, so 10 plus
Plus-
4, so 14 more.
plus 14. Right on.
I'm full.
I'm
Stop
good
eating
on
popcorn then.
Ha ha ha
And
ha.
once again, Shiv never got touched.
Thomas will walk downstairs. Oh, I rolled better on my computer. That's fine.
That's why you're not rolling on your computer because that's not true random.
Really?
Yeah, it is.
Computer's not true random.
No.
Oh.
It can never be. And neither is dice. But I like the human error. I'd rather take human error than true random.
Thomas will lead Rictavio and Shiv, if you'll follow, down to the bar.
All right. So
And Duncan can. I'm just not like
Duncan and Esmeralda are probably there in the back. So if you want to ever talk to her, the opportunity's open.
Okay.
Just letting you know. All right, so you walk downstairs and you approach Erwin Martikov and his wife, who are kind of pulling out a plate of like afternoon rolls. Like they're getting their afternoon shift ready, and so like they have these rolls and they put them underneath like a lamp that's like heating them.
That's so good. They sound good.
And so like you see they're
Don't.
no, I'm gonna do it. They're a little hard on top. And so they kind of like have like you can see where she like pressed the roller, like it kind of like resisted, and so like as it kind of like rose, you can see like the little flakes of like bread that kind of like remained cooked on top, and then like the bottom you can see the brown edges that are just like a golden,
What is
just
this
like a
turning
golden
into?
tan.
I'm gonna pick it up and softly just like squeeze one.
Oh, you
'Cause
buy you get one? You get
Yeah,
one?
for sure.
So she gives
you
you
remember
one,
the
yeah.
scene from Ratatouille.
I got it, yeah.
It's not it's the sound.
And you hear it, and it just goes. It's like that beautiful sound.
Great.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, Erwin. Sorry, bread.
Bread is great. It probably smells divine in
Yeah.
this downstairs.
Erwin, we need to speak to you. Oh, privately, preferably.
Okay. Come back with me. And he opens up the thing, and he pulls you into the kitchen, all of you.
Yeah.
And he's like, "What is the deal?"
So we've decided that we will have Rictavio watch the shop while you are away.
I'm gonna whisper in Shiv's ear. Do we want to ask about the were-ravens?
Sure. Having talked to him, he said he was looking for something called the Keepers of the Feather.
Oh.
Yes.
And Rictavio is someone that you trust to take care of my place, but what do you know about that information? He said he was looking for that?
He said he was looking for that. And after hearing about them, I would say we are also now looking for that.
We're fans of them.
Make a persuasion check. Somebody can do it for all of you with advantage.
I'll give you advantage.
That was like legit. Y'all were like actually convincing me.
214.
214.
23.
Wow.
Still, he's like, all right, yes, my family and I, all of the Martikovs, and the ones that you've met are were-ravens. That is a thing that we are. We are not evil like the werewolves.
Oh. No, we understand the distinction.
I've been looking for you for quite some time. I'm not trying to be strange. I'm just trying to make sure that you understanding. You might want to get that tea. I'm understanding that you are.
Switched to Rictavio, by the way.
Hmm?
He switched to Rictavio.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah, I hope that was obvious.
Mm-hmm.
He's like, I hope that it's fine that you I look, we just I need your help to kill Strahd.
He wishes to be allies.
Yeah, that's what he needs.
And he's like, I'm in.
Sweet.
100%. We've been trying to kill him for quite some time.
Erwin.
Except for the reality that we probably need to kill one more person first.
Who?
It's sort of like, she's a witch. It's not a big deal.
Who?
Oh, her name is Baba Lysaga.
Where is that?
It's actually,
Not a big deal.
it's like a big, she's like swamp woman. You can kill her pretty easily.
Swamp Woman? Duncan?
What do you mean easily?
I mean, like, you like monster hunter people, so
I think we know where she is.
Like more easily than Strahd.
You
Well,
know where this woman is?
Damn near anything's easier than
Well, then
Strahd.
perfect. She
Maybe.
just has been sending, like, druid people to kill all of us.
Oh, so not the
Ah,
Joker.
that lady. So she's the one who's holding your winery hostage.
Oh, like Slackjaw Duncan.
Yes.
I don't know who Slackjaw Duncan is, but
He's a barbarian we killed. Don't worry,
Don't
he's
worry
not a
about it
problem.
anymore.
this is alarming to me. But I,
He's a bad man.
I trust you all. I don't see a problem why you. I mean, Rictavio has been good to us, and we've been good to him, and so it's a pretty mutual relationship. You choosing Rictavio brings me great joy. It means I can trust you. And of course, now that you know Keeper's Feather, we will, what is it that the burgomaster says when I bought the place? If you don't keep it safe and clean, then I will cut off your hands.
That sounds like
something
that's-
similar threats.
Sounds like
We would say that.
So we
Yeah.
plan to leave for Kresk, or for the west tomorrow morning.
Oh, so we're going tomorrow morning?
Yes,
if you can.
That is a very short notice.
if you can.
I will have to convince my wife, but it should be simple enough as long as we promise that Rictavio will be watching the
He
place.
will. Octavio?
Listen here. I am big fan of your secret society. Excuse me, those rolls were so good. I believe that this we can all together kill the devil. I know we can. It's going to be very possible for us. It's just one thing. How does one get this gift? I'm not me. No,
I don't
be
believe
silly. Be
Inside
silly
check.
for me to get
Inside check.
it. How,
I'm 3. Or it's more than that, but
no, Duncan trusts him.
7. Not that I don't trust him. I just think that he wants to be aware
I
of it.
just
Insight.
know. Insight.
It was insight for 7. If
Yeah.
that gives you anything.
Yeah, I mean, you're getting what you're getting. It's less than 10, which is
Shivel-
just your passive insight is already higher than that. So why would
Shiv will
I?
interject here and say, as far as I know, the gift has to be given by one who is gifted.
That is true, and
You're
that's
so good at this, Andy.
that is something that I believe that would be on the table should you want it. Like I said, I'm not actually interested. I was just making sure that we didn't have any stray were-ravens running around should a combat ensue. I know I'm a great monster hunter, but the rare were-raven variety is rare, very rare, and I wanted to make sure that it worked the same as the other lycanthropes. Well, I'm feeling much better about that.
I, for one, would not be opposed to receiving such a gift.
I suppose that you make our winery safe, and we will consider that payment should you require it.
Excellent.
Shiv's gonna be a were-raven. That's awesome.
He can double fly then.
That sounds like a good thing for me. Rictavio, would you like your cooked wolf steak and your apples as well?
Fly speed, walk speed, and swim speed.
Yes, now that you ask, I would indeed love a cooked wolf steak. That is something that I would very much enjoy. I know you don't eat it. You wrap it up and you take it with you. I was just wondering if that's what you wanted still. Yes, I would, and he gives it to him. And he folds the wolf steak wrapped in a handkerchief and takes a few apples and says, I need to make a pit stop with Blinsky, give him an apple or two, and make sure that my things are handled. But you, Shiv, should be taking this steak with you. You will understand soon why you need it.
All right.
So I will be going to Blinsky's. Where am I meeting you?
We will meet you here tonight. We will stay tonight. Oh wait, okay, Dungeon Master.
Yes, sir.
How long does it take to travel an hour? Or travel a mile?
A mile is that's a mile is different than 3 miles is hold on. A normal pace is 3 miles an hour.
Okay, so it's 7 miles back to Crest. I just counted.
Cool.
So, I mean, we could leave tonight after our conversation if it's 1:30. We can get back to Crest by sundown and leave at 5.
As long as also I don't.
We need to get Lady Wachthar's permission first.
That's what I'm
Yes.
saying we do now, and then we go to Crest.
Also,
and then-
I know you paid Soldar because he hasn't stopped talking about how Thomas paid him to go with you. It's been kind of non-stop.
Yes.
You trust them?
Just some extra
Do
muscle.
I trust them? I trust them enough to help you with your problems, not enough to know about the keepers.
Mm.
Sounds-
No, your secret's safe with
Yes.
us.
We...
Anyone outside of this room will be hunted mercilessly by ravens.
You
so
know, it's only fair.
So you are these.
Oh no, we are many of the ravens. There's hundreds of us.
Of the Martikovs?
No, the Martikovs is specific. We are the family who is the ravens, but we have recruited many ravens. We can speak to them directly.
Understood.
Are they your thrall? Or
In some bit of a way, it is more of an exchange like a dog. It is we
Pet.
help you and you help us.
So could you leave as soon as possible?
We could leave tonight. I need to tell my boys and my wife. Should be a difficult conversation, but she really desires to make sure that we return to see the
You will
the
return.
auditions.
We can wait till
Because
the
hey,
morning.
I need to
Dude,
return.
knock on wood, you will return. Dang it.
'Cause I need to return for the auditions also.
That sounds like a fair deal. Rictavia's like, I'm going to go and make my visit to Blinsky. If anyone would like to come with me, but otherwise I will be fine.
Duncan, you and I can go to.
Oh yeah, I don't know if you guys recall, but Rictavia is always wearing his like orange. He's got pointed ears
Yep.
when he's not in
Yes.
private.
Hey, put his hat on.
I kind of want to go with Rictavio.
To Blinsky's?
We should go to
To
Lady.
Blinsky.
We should go to Lady Vogther's just now, just us two.
Oh, just us two?
Yeah, we can not do what we did at the Burgomaster's house.
I kind of want to.
Let's see.
Part of it is like there's a growing suspicion in me of our new friend, but also I kind of want to like
Which one?
stick to him like glue.
Rictavio?
Rictavio, yeah.
I don't think there's any suspicion needed for Rictavio. I think he's putting himself forward.
I mean,
enough.
is this?
I'm not
is
saying this out
walkthrough
loud.
Is this walkthrough ones? Do you want to have this conversation just the three of you, or do you want to go as a group?
Well, it's a conversation that needs to happen. I don't know how many people are needed.
Because you,
Based on
I mean,
her,
according to what you happens this morning, it could be a long time in just one particular place.
based on her reading habits,
Do you want to go together?
we may want to go together.
All right. We will meet
Fair
outside.
enough.
We meet outside Lady Valker's house in an hour.
Walkthrough. You can say it like a
Walkthrough?
person. Yes.
You said it was charming.
I was talking to Joey,
I know.
but I could not be Esmeralda in that moment. Oh man.
Walker.
All right.
Yeah, Walkter. Wachter.
Walker.
No, I like it better is she pronounces it that way and she looks down on you for pronouncing it the way they pronounce it.
Yeah, Lady Walkter. Yes. Anyway, so that's So it sounds like we have plan.
We'll meet at her, Lady Fiona, her house,
Yes.
in an hour.
Done.
Duncan,
Good luck, boys.
Meet you with Rictavio, or do you want to go to the church with me? I can go with
You
you to
want the
Rictavio.
church?
I should probably come with you to the church.
I don't need to go to the church. It just I want to see if Lucian's there, and just kind of get another read on him. And I want your backup.
I suppose I could go to the stockyards.
I think you and Esmeralda were going to go to the stock. I don't know who said it. I think it might have been Esmeralda. To go to the stockyards, get all the stuff. We'll meet at the
Octavia
house.
sent you to the stockyard.
Yeah.
Esmeralda has the key to get past the trap, or he has the key itself.
And we
I have
can
the key, she knows how.
meet at the
Walkers.
Lady Fiona's house. I'm not saying the name anymore.
It's fine. Fiona works.
Yeah,
Okay.
sounds good.
Alright.
Duncan and I to the church. Shiv and Esmeralda to the stockade. Rictavio.
Creepy lipstick boy.
Stockyard is not what what we're talking
Stockyard.
about. Stockyard, like meaning like where they hold stuff.
Yes.
Quite the same thing.
No. No.
So you guys are headed to where?
Church.
Church. Got it. We're gonna do that second. I think
Okay.
it's more entertaining to see Shiv first for a bit.
Me too.
All right. So Shiv, you and
Esmeralda.
Esmeralda go towards the stockyard. You see the stockyard is this large stockyard, has several locked sheds along its periphery, and lies adjacent to a roomy warehouse. A wooden sign above the front gate reads Arisek Stockyard. Parked at the south end of the stockyard is a sturdy carnival wagon, its colorful paint peeling off. Faded lettering on its side spells out the words Rictavio's Carnival of Wonders. A heavy padlock secures the back door. You have the key to that heavy padlock.
Alright. Do I perceive anything about the cart? Trap-wise.
She says, so do you have the wolf steak?
Yes.
We will need that. Be ready to throw it to the side.
Okay.
The wagon suddenly lurches, as though something big has thrown itself against the inside wall. You hear the cracking of wood, the scraping of metal, and the snarl of something inhuman. Upon closer inspection, you see that the sides of the wagons are side of the wagon is spattered with dry blood. You also see an inscription of the wagon's door frame that reads, "I bring you from shadow into light." So the lock is triggered with a poison needle trap, but you have the key there. So inside the wagon is a saber-tooth tiger. That is the key, and I just want to make sure that when we open the door...
Is our goal to go inside there?
Yes.
All right. All right. I have key in one hand, stake in the other.
This is your thing, so good luck.
Key is in the hand that also has the shield on it, because I think I can do that a little bit. Stakes in the free hand.
Yep.
And I'm going to try to open it
Okay, you unlock it.
and throw the stake.
Like it just like pounces outward and just like goes down on the stake. And she's like, and like you just see there's a literal full-grown saber-tooth tiger. Its two massive like tusks come out. What are the word for
Tusk,
that?
I think is
Fangs?
right.
I mean, because they come from
Tooth?
upward.
Teeth?
Whatever. It's awesome as it goes into this wolf stake and like pulls it apart and like just this visceral anger. But then like immediately feels like sated and chill, and like is like looking at you like laying down like a cat would and like kind of like does its like thing and it's like rolling and Esmeralda's like, "That's good kitty," and like pets its stomach like knowing that this is what it has to do.
All right. In the midst of that, Shiz's going to look inside I guess inside the
The wagon.
cage.
Yeah, so you see inside there are there's a wooden coffer, there's a prayer book, there is a healer's kit. I mean, just we can do this now, or we can do this later.
Yeah. Might as well do it later.
So I'll give it to you later.
Anything super fancy?
Anything highlights?
Anything super awesome? There's a silvered short sword. There's a hand crossbow with the inlaid with mother of pearl, really expensive. There's 20 silver crossbow bolts. And then there is a worn leather case with gold buckles containing 3 sharpened wooden stakes, a sack of garlic, a jar of salt, a box of holy wafers, 6 vials of holy water, a polished steel mirror, a bone scroll tube, a silver stopper chain, and a spell scroll of protection from fiends, and a spell scroll of protection from undead.
Feels like he knows how to kill a werewolf.
Oh, he's
vampire.
right. He's ready to go. And also there's like a bunch of holy symbols. Like you got all the stuff you need. It's just more stuff.
I can use that short.
Should you guys need it?
Cool.
So, are we gonna have a chance for him and I to come back to this place? Or?
Probably.
They're bringing it to the house.
Yeah. So you guys are like all good there. And then
Yeah, I think we're good.
you guys just wanted to make sure. So basically, that will be literally up to Shiv to determine who gets what, as according to what Rictavio said. So we'll give you all that stuff off camera, and then you'll be able to make that note, and we'll do that in character at some point, probably next session.
Yeah, probably.
All right. Is there anything else you would like to do at the stockyard? Maybe interact with this animal at all, because it is there.
I suppose I'll pet the kitty.
Okay, you pet the kitty. And she says to you, it's funny that he has this tiger and he trained it so well. That's so scary. She says, and he's trained it so well, but he hasn't given it a name yet.
We should name it Tooth.
I think that's a good name. I think we will call it Tooth.
So good.
How are you, Tooth? And he's like, yes, he is quite scary. But let us go back and get the horse, and we will wagon this away.
Yes.
And so you guys like walk away. Beautiful name choice. Also, I get it. It's very funny. Is that your character's original name before we had a name?
Yeah, the joke name we had for.
Yeah, until we went with Shiv. Yeah, I love that. That was so meta, but I also can't be mad. All right, now the other Palios are heading to the church, which is the St. Andrew's Cathedral. Okay, you head to the St. Andrew's Cathedral. You get to the front door. I have maps for all these places, but I just think we're kind of in that mood right now. We're all just like doing our thing. So you approach the front door. You see Milovaj. If you remember, he's at the ticket booth off to the side. Do you want to address him? Or he waves at you. He you see him. He pulls his hair to the side, kind of like looks good, and then he looks at you.
All these emo kids.
They just need haircuts.
We don't have a
When you're
barber.
living
We don't
in
have a
Barovia,
barber.
man.
Those theater
Yeah,
kids,
right.
man. They don't know how to cut their hair.
Thanks.
It's funny.
You know what they say?
It's a very, very subtle jab.
I mean, my hair's cut. I'm a theater kid.
When in Barovia,
Mine's not.
do
Yeah.
as the Barovians do.
Right. So you see this this place. You knock on the door and it goes.
There it is.
The door itself opens up as you knock on it. It's unlocked and
I
opening.
see. I'll walk inside and look around.
Okay, you look inside.
You with me?
I love that just
Wonderful.
happened.
Door
Just
charm.
flawless.
Door chimes.
Yeah. Door chime.
Are we rolling initiative or something?
No.
Well,
Good.
glad.
No, but you do see inside is
Touch.
people are kind of like sitting in the church, like praying, and like there's various people. There's a few other like individuals, and you also see the beginning of what looks like scaffolding on the inside of this building
Cool.
being put up.
Anyone on the stage or the
Yeah, you see
altar?
an individual with a book in his hand. He's wearing a red suit, his hair slicked back, and you see like earrings on both sides of his ears.
I recognize him.
Yeah, it's who you think it is. It's Lucian, and he's got a big old like clipboard and a book in his hand, and he's got like a quill, and he's like writing. And then he like holds his hand up in the air, and you see the quill keep going, and he's like, no, and then he goes back.
Lucian.
Ah, Thomas. How are you?
I'm alright.
Who's your friend?
This is
I'm Duncan.
And he bows deeply, his head touching where his knees are and level. And then he pulls himself back up. You see the flexibility is still at hand.
I just wanted to come say hi, check out the place.
Things are well in order.
Yeah. It seems so.
This is looking like it will be a good show.
I believe so.
Did you need something? I'm not offended. I understand.
When auditioning with a duo,
Mm-hmm.
what if it was a half vocal, half dance audition?
Mm-hmm. You and I both know how this show goes. And I also know who I sent the invitation to.
Yeah, very fair. How do you plan on getting around that, Mr. One who sent the invitations?
That's not my problem.
I mean, it's your show. What happens if the other two aren't good?
They will be.
You don't know that. What if they don't show?
Oh my goodness, then you won't perform, will you?
I could do it my own.
I suppose you could, but then
It
really
wouldn't be as good.
it would be a tragedy, wouldn't it?
A tragedy that I was alone.
No, a tragedy that you were so close.
Understood.
Can Duncan do an insight check on
Sure, you
God,
do.
I've been waiting.
vibe?
You
I've been waiting for
100% can. You 100% can.
For Zane to just say, "Hey, can I do this?"
Yeah, what you get is
Okay, you're gonna do this
Brain's
insight
just
check, and then you're gonna make
frying.
one more check when I'm done with you.
9.
Okay, now I need you to make a survival check.
Oh, great.
God, I was waiting for him to ask to do those because I knew it was coming. That's why Brad minded me.
Better. Survival is
Wisdom.
so 13.
So he begins to kind of like walk around as he's talking to Thomas. You like walk behind Lucian, just like looking up, and then your gut just tells you to smell him. And you go over his shoulder, and you're like, brimstone.
All right.
write that down. Lucian smells of brimstone.
I know what Duncan's good at.
I'm not saying anything.
Well, as soon as I see kind of Duncan take in Lucian for real. Okay, guys.
It's all good.
I will say, well, I just wanted to say hello and see the progress. I will see you.
No, it is always a
auditions.
pleasure to have you here. Are you going to be? Would you specifically be inquiring? At least when we put your name on the audition list, would you like us to use a moniker? You know, as you might well know, I am. Yes, I am quite fond of monikers, names that represent other things. That, you know, just making its own, you know, like some people have like nicknames, you know, like Beyonce, it's like one name. Or if you have like a particular name you're wanting to go by, or
Just the name that you sent the invitation to.
just Rogers, easy. I suppose that will do. As you know, I will be using a moniker, which is the only reason I ask.
What
Which-
moniker would you use?
Oh, as you know, I'm known as the Crow in most circles.
Of course.
And this is your curtain call.
Yes, that it is.
I thought that was unsaid.
Duncan's not as smart as you.
Yes, how, man, I feel like when people do that in movies, I always cringe so hard when they say the name in the you know, but also in that moment it's kind of
Well,
obvious.
Duncan,
Well,
I
it
feel
could
like
be
we
implying
have
his death or other people's death.
we have another thing to do, so we should leave.
After you?
And Thomas will leave.
Say tell Milivosh to bring back the bones.
Who the fuck is Melvosh?
I'm trying to remember.
Because they
Oh.
at the front.
What do you mean by that? Will he know?
He will.
Sounds good. I will
Alright.
leave. And I will go up to Milivosh.
Okay, you walk outside, you walk around, you
Yep.
see him in like the little pergola thing.
Lucien says to bring back the bones.
His face goes so white. You see the blood leave his face.
Everything all right?
Mm-hmm.
I don't believe you. Will you tell me what's wrong?
You can't say that without rolling
And he
inside.
smiles big and goes, "All will be well." And then closes the shutters.
Duncan opens the shutter.
Do you want to make it up? Okay, all right, never mind.
What
Floor
have I
covered.
gotten myself into?
It's not just yourself, son. What have you gotten us all into?
We ask that
Bloody-
every day.
Bloody opera. Jeez.
Well-
It's supposed to be an escort mission.
Swan.
Now we're killing freaking him.
Oh, that was so good. Duncan's like, oh, I can't say that.
What about that guy? Yeah, I know there's something up, and I know you know more than I do.
I got a good whiff of him.
What is what?
Smells like brimstone.
Does that mean anything? To
Probably
either
not
of us?
to you. Probably not to you entirely. I mean, you could.
Does
make
that mean
Can
anything?
I
Yeah,
check
provoking
my,
his
you?
thought.
It means something.
check my knowledge?
I mean,
check.
the things that smell. So the reason that you would
Things
smell
that
like
smell.
you would smell brimstone would be a recent visit to a location, or it's like somebody. It's either like when you go to a smoker's house and you smell like smoke when you leave, or you always smell like smoke because you're a smoker. And in this case, brimstone represents what?
Hell.
Okay, so that's my analogy that I'm giving you.
Okay.
What does that mean?
It smells like hell.
Oh yeah. Well, you look at him. He looks. So you know how we talk
No,
about the
I mean, he literally smells of hell.
Well, you know what they call. They've called the vampire the devil.
You
He's
see
probably
a wagon, a single horse and wagon pulling up. It's Shiv and Esmeralda.
Doesn't feel like he's the only one.
Shiv and Esmeralda are wagoning up.
I think we best wait till we're not
Right outside his house.
right outside
Yeah,
his
it's a good
house to
call.
talk about this.
To Lady Fiona's house.
They're wagoning. You guys are all going.
Should I get in the back?
Well, they're on his wagon, so you kind of see the wagon shake a little
I
bit
know,
every once
that's
in a
why I
while.
So should I get in the back,
No.
Esmeralda?
No,
Okay.
No.
What's back there?
Kitty.
I don't like cats.
I don't like cats.
You shouldn't.
Had a bad day.
Especially.
You get to
shouldn't.
the edge of town. The house seems disgusted with itself.
Oh, we made it to Lady Fiona.
A slouching roof hangs heavy over furrowed gables. Moss-covered walls sag and bulge under the weight of the vegetation. As you study the house's sullen countenance, you hear the edifice actually groan. Only then do you realize the extent to which the house hates what it has become. I will pull up the picture of the house.
Ooh.
Because it is not...
There's a picture of the house?
Yeah,
There's a house picture. Looks like Zane's gotta do something again.
Yeah.
Oh, hold on. I'm going to pull it up. I'm on your team.
Are you Mr. Devil, Mr. Vampire, Mr. Werewolf, Mr.
I'm giving you 5 allies
just
right now.
kidding.
Or more.
I know. I'm just.
What is this place called? Walk Your House. Thank you.
Wagner House. It is the Wagner House. Savan. Oh, that's a map. Okay.
Oh yeah, I got maps.
Dude, that house looks like it hated itself so much.
Yeah, it's terrible.
Where's the front?
It's the front is the I don't. Here, I'll do the.
Does it have the gazebo in the front? Or the bay window?
So this is the.
Don't flip it.
This is
100
the
AM.
front. It looks like.
Okay, so it's the back end of. It's that end. Then we approach the front.
B window.
I believe this is the front.
Probably.
Well, shall we knock? Friends? Are we everyone? Is
Friends.
Rictavio here too?
You're with nobody went with Rotavio. Rotavio's doing his thing.
Okay.
But you have Esmeralda with you if you want,
Yeah,
because
please.
she's with Shiv.
Yes. Well, I will
You're
go,
like, please.
and I will.
So you knock on the door.
I did, in fact, do that.
So the ground floor. This is the entrance here.
Oh, so outside.
So this is the entrance for you. Just thought I'd give you that. So
You want to put us over there, Mr. Clawman?
Mr. Clawman. The Claw.
Claw.
The Claw.
wow.
Wow. Wow. Wow.
The front door is locked. Obviously, it's reinforced with bronze bands.
Oh, great.
You see a servant come
He's
to
not
the.
with us.
You see a servant comes to the door, and like their head bowed low, they look at you and go, "Hello,
Hi, we are here to speak to Lady Fiona.
we're still in the church. We have to change the sound." There's a lot going on there.
Oh God.
Jeez.
All right.
Man, hell. That's what it sounded like.
So, welcome. Who are you here to see?
Lady Fiona.
Okay.
Get you from the door.
You are you see like there's like 3 chains that are like keeping you from being inside. You hear activity inside. I will not lie. That is accurate. And he says, "Who sent you?"
The Burgomaster.
The Burgomaster.
Door closes. And then you hear steps leaving away from the space. And then you hear chains. And then the door opens. The front door opens into a narrow vestibule. 3 stained glass doors and wooden frames lead from it. 2 closets flank the front door. The western closet looks like outdoor clothes. The eastern one, coats and boots. And your coats and boots are allowed to be taken off should you want to do that.
Thomas will leave his cloak
I
on.
don't plan on staying here.
They say, of course, they bow.
Don't plan on staying.
And you are immediately in.
Despite this happy music.
That's funny.
B goes upward, it looks like. A staircase. Wooden staircase leads up to a balcony. At the foot of the stairs is a landing with 3 stained glass doors and wooden frames.
Where can I find Lady Fiona? That's what I ask the people that are around me, hopefully. Is that
Where did-
that? That was that. I thought it was a door.
I thought it was this too. Servants' coats and aprons hang from the cloaks in this room. Boots are neatly lined up against the wall. You guys are in. This is a very interesting room. I'm trying to determine how do you get around in this place? It's bizarre. Ground level, top level. It's just super bizarre place. Okay, so basically you head into the E room, which is basically you head into this back room here at the top. This back door is locked, but you basically go around and you enter into the H room, and then you are invited into the you're headed into the door with the beds, and then you go down through into this living space and the dining space. It's super weirdly made. It's one of those really old houses that shouldn't make sense, and I think that's why they did this. So yes, you see servants' quarters and all that jazz, but then you are immediately led in to the main parlor.
Is that this?
No, that where we're at.
3 elegant couches surround an oval table made of black glass. All are set in front of a blazing hearth, above which hangs the portrait of a smirking nobleman, sporting a broken nose and a tangle of gray hair at the temples. Several smaller portraits hang on the north wall. The portraits above the mantle, obviously, is whoever the lord of the house is. And the other portraits depict Lady Wachter, her sons, which you now know. You also see a young woman, supposedly probably her daughter or something like that, or maybe one of her children's husband or wives, excuse me. And various other family members of all kinds of things. You also see another individual who is there. Hold on, I think I'm going to find his actual description because he's a cool dude. So you see a stoic black individual wearing a well-fitted suit. He has sunglasses on that are circular,
Cool.
And they're blue, the blue lenses. And he kind of pulls them down low. And you also see he has a satchel and a long trench coat. He has also chosen not to give his things up, which should say something. And he looks over next to you and goes, Joe, you like this voice? He goes, "Hey, what's going on here? Who are you guys?"
Well, my name is Calvin.
Pleasure to meet you, Calvin. Who are your friends?
I'm Duncan.
Shiv just stares.
All right.
And I'll gesture to Esmeralda also.
I'm are we using names?
I don't know. They told me not to use my real name.
Don't use your last name.
I am Ez. All right. I suppose I deserve that. My full name is Ernst Larnack. It's a pleasure to meet you. Lady Wachter was indisposed for a bit, but it seems that she'll be right in. Her servants are getting her now. So, in walks a few servants that kind of enter on both sides of their space, and then immediately you see this woman. I have a mini. Yeah, no, I'm not gonna grab that mini yet. We will. That is gonna give something away.
Yeah.
We will wait on that mini. She appears in the room and she has very large hair. It's up in a very big show choir bun, if you can imagine, and then she has little pigtails that stick right upside the top of her hair, and her face, her large cheekbones kind of protrude outward, and she wears a large collar and a very large red dress. And she says, hello and welcome to the Wachter house. And we'll pick up there next time. Alrighty. So thank you so much for watching. You've stuck with us this far. You're the coolest person I know. I don't know you, but if you do want to know us, hit us up on our Patreon and all that jazz, and we look forward to seeing you next time. Thank you so much for watching Gross Curtain Call.